Floyd, and welcome, family. All right, welcome to another episode, a Friday episode of Good Dawning with myself, Mr. Floyd. And yeah, hopefully you're having an amazing day and your universe is as awesome as you are. And yeah, let's see what we've got going on today. All right, so we get the Fluorite Tower today, and we're going to get a new Oracle deck at some point shortly because it's needed. So this is it'll be backwards and upside down again. The Hero's Journey Oracle deck, and so by Rasuli. But so yeah, welcome and welcome to your universe. All right, let me shift a couple things around here. Chat filter, all messages. There we go. All right, perfect. Welcome. All right, so how's your universe? Are you finding peace in your universe? That's the actual question for you. I'm going to ask today, where is the peace in your universe? Lindsay, good done. I was in love node with Victor today, so bringing in the blue love. All right, blue aliens, right? The blue avian beings, or the blue alien beings that have been around, showing themselves through the cards and whatnot. Awesome, Lindsay. All right, well, welcome, guys. Kind of moving a little slower. Peace. We're going to talk about peace today and bringing peace into our universe. We're going to try to close out. Hopefully you're drinking. I'm drinking more water, so we're going to close out the first of our simple goals, and hopefully that lots of love, Lindsay, as well. And hopefully you guys are working on your goals there as well for 2025. Rosanna, welcome. Good dawning. Nice to see you here. Grateful to see you here. Big Dad, good dawning as well. Yeah, we're not as speedy anymore. Now that I'm Nathan, good dawning, brother. Love you as well. Now that, yeah, things are much more peaceful, to say the least. So, what about you guys? How's your universe? Millie, good dawning. All right. There we go. Let's get things started here. All right. So today is Friday. Goddess Frida, welcome. Tomorrow, a couple things, channel notes, right? If you've noticed on myself here, a lot more calm. We're going to go over that. What tomorrow is, of course, at 10:30. It was going to be 10, but we don't want to run over Victor at Truthwave, right? When really, so at the same time, same channel as always, tomorrow, just come here like Good Dawning, right? Tomorrow we will have, tomorrow we are going to have Chloe on. Chloe's crystal, she got 2 big boxes. Boxes are big enough that you could probably live in them. They're that big. Sea freight, right? It took, she didn't know when she was going to get them, but they are there. And Chloe is, as we speak, sifting through her 4 months of sea freight that landed in her universe. And so tomorrow at 8:30, 8:33, 8:30, we're going to have Chloe's crystals on. She's going to go over what she's got. She's breaking it all down. And we will have a massive sale with Chloe's crystals at Chloe's Crystals. If you want to email her in advance to see what she's got, you could jump the gun. But otherwise, tomorrow, save your Dunkins. Chloe's Crystals will be live with us again. And yeah, it should be a good time. And then, exactly. So she'll be on for about an hour. And then I've got some one-on-ones to work with as well. And door dashing, fun stuff. All right. So let's go ahead. Today is Friday. What we're going to do is release energy so that we have a great weekend. We're going to planetary alignment tomorrow as well. So do not, tomorrow is the beginning of the planetary alignments. There's a couple of them that are going to be happening. Tomorrow is the first of the planetary alignments. We will be in the front like the cue ball, right? And all 6 right behind us, lined up in a row. So a couple of things to note on that, right? So tomorrow with the planetary alignment, there's 1,001 videos, so I'm not doing like too much crazy on the planetary alignment. Everybody and their mother is going to get into it, and you'll see like the planetary alignment transmission and this, that, and the other. I'm not all like, I don't do those. You know, for tomorrow, basically ground and just feel the new energies. Allow for the possibilities, ground, see yourself in alignment. This is the planetary alignment is actually going to match. Yes, look up. Absolutely, Grace. That too. If you're looking down, stop looking at your cell phone. Essentially, favorite. I've done that. I spent more time looking at my cell phone than looking up in my universe, and so now I'm yeah, exactly. So look up tonight or tomorrow night, and you'll see the planetary alignment. I'm not exactly sure where, but with the planetary alignment, the question is are you finding alignment within yourself? Because the planetary alignment, if you're the current energies, right? So if you're attuned to the current energies, whether you're on track, meaning that you're following, like your ascension is based on the current energies and you're part of that first group, or you're watching us here and you're just like, I'm still in my darkness, which is fine. Nobody's anywhere. Everybody is where they're supposed to be. Keep that in mind. Wherever you are in your ascension, and we don't even really want to call it ascension. That's kind of wherever you are in your wake up, right? That's more like it. It's like coming out of a slumber. Wherever you are in that energetically is exactly where you're supposed to be right now for the grid on planet Earth. The grid needs people who are in half wake up or waking up or still have darkness, because even your darkness, if you're still carrying darkness within you, right, or still working through your shadow work, that can help somebody who is full of darkness. Every layer that you have that you've healed can help somebody else whose layer has not yet been healed. So if you're not the grand healed that you want to be at, and nobody really gets there, you never get to the grand healed anyways. That's just the concept. But if you are close to, if you are working towards being healed, the healing that you have created within yourself, no matter how much or little you think you've healed, can help somebody else. And keep that in mind. And so align with where you're at this weekend. That's the big thing. Because a lot of people don't align with where they're at. They're looking to be where they're not, right? I got something stuck on the bottom of my cup. And looking to be where they're not. And so realize that if you're not in your grand alignment, I'm not anywhere near where I like to be, but I'm grateful for where I'm at. So if you can ground into it in that manner, the planetary alignment is going to be awesome because it can help to propel you and pull those energies. And as I've been hearing, don't try to start any crazy new projects. Good dawning, Laura B. Grand Rising, Rainbow Connection. Someday we'll find it, the Rainbow Connection. The lover, the dreamer, and the hey, Kermit the Frog here. Miss Piggy, you bring home the bacon. Yay! All right, there we go. It's my Kermit. We could do the show as Kermit the Frog. So if you are sitting in your dark night of the soul, and you are having trouble, see, there we go. Nonetheless, yay! I'm a Muppet nut, so there we go. So thank you, Laura. That was awesome. So yeah, if you're sitting in your darkness still, align with where you're at. That's the planetary alignment in my universe. Everybody's going to tell you something different, right? A lot of people are going to tell you not to start a new project. Actually, that may be the case, because in this case, if we're dealing with aligning this weekend, we're going to aligning with your highest self, where you're feeling out of alignment. Yeah, I can do a couple other voices. I can do a really good Indian, not Indian, like Indian from India, but we don't want to do that on YouTube. And then I can do, used to be able to do Gonzo, but now I will jump through my hoop with my chicken Camilla. But yeah, so I could do Gonzo sort of. And there's a few others, but they're probably not the best appropriate for YouTube. But Kermit, hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here. I bet you bring home the bacon. Yay! All right. Miss Piggy. Hi. Hey-hoo. All right. So yeah, find your alignment, however that may be for yourself, and align with your inner Kermit the Frog there, right? Just don't align with your inner Miss Piggy. No, Miss Piggy was awesome, but she was also very egotistical, to say the least. Very much in her self-inflated ego there. So yeah, if it was going to be any more character, would not be Miss Piggy's ego there, but nonetheless. So yeah, enjoy the planetary alignment. If you can get out there, if there's an astronomy club near you or anything, they'll be lined up here in Longmont. I guarantee you tomorrow night they'll be down on Main Street with the astronomers. They usually plop some telescopes out on the corner there on Main Street and allow people to just walk up and take look-sees. So yeah, so if you have a decent pair of binoculars or a decent telescope, even a semi-decent telescope, you can get out there and see. you can honestly, if you're really good at it, if you get the targeting right, you can use your cell phone and see the bands on Jupiter. So take a look tonight or tomorrow night, guys, at the alignment. Remember, the alignment is really about aligning you. So align with where you're at. The big thing also is to accept. Acceptance is the key. We don't accept where we're at. So if you're looking at the planetary alignment and you're wishing you were somewhere else, you can't be. So biggest thing I'm learning, and it's just and accept where we're at, wherever it is in your universe. We have to accept where we're at there. So today's Friday. So yeah, if you get to looking at it there, I'm going to try to get out tomorrow. Tomorrow, being out here in Colorado, I can get out in about 10 minutes. I can be literally in the front range of the Rocky Mountains. So there's like 20 miles of just 15 miles of open space between the road and the mountains, and it's dark. And Colorado's what they call a dark state, so like it's against the law to put like really bright road lights up, or even in Denver, all the street lights are dim, and like in Boulder, it's illegal to put anything like a 60-watt light bulb in front of your house. You can't have a spotlight on your side of your house. So it's this whole area is dark, like truly dark. Like you don't want to drive in the mountains dark because then nobody drives off the roads. But nonetheless, no street lights at all. There's no street lights mostly in Colorado. And so yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and take some breaths. We're going to ground into having an amazing weekend. We're going to release. We're going to recall energies, and we're going to recall energies of lack and of anything that's keeping us out of balance. So what in your universe is there? And you have to think about this. I can't tell you what to recall. I'm just going to do a general, we're recalling energies that are leaving us out of balance. So from your end, what is leaving you out of balance? What is not allowing you to see yourself in the highest light, right? And what is keeping you then from seeing your highest trajectory? That's the question, because that's what the idea of the planetary alignment in a way is that we're seeing everything kind of come into alignment. We're stepping into the new. Next week is the new the Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year, which yes, technically, if we should be at that should be in New Year, right? But nonetheless, our New Year's in the dead of winter. But yeah, since we don't live on the organic calendar that's really natural to this planet, thus the leap year and everything else, we live on a manufactured calendar. The natural calendar natural calendar New Year, 29th. Enjoy it. Coming up, the year of the snake, right? And if you are an ox, if you are an ox, you're going to have an amazing year. If you're a snake, you're going to have an amazing year as well. A rat, you might have a great year. As a channel, I always recommend it. It's it's a GG333 Academy. He's a little brash, but okay, he's quite brash. But those people who know certain stuff, like have like hidden knowledge, can get a little egotistical. And not like Billy Carson. He's got a lot of hidden knowledge, but he's not egotistical. But GG333, he can be a little energetic. So if you can handle somebody's a little heavy in their energetics, snake, rat, he's a snake, like that kind of energy, then jump on it. But because if you know your Chinese astrology, it's almost going to supersede numerology in a lot of ways. Chinese astrology is like kind of the top, and then you go into numerology. But if you want to find out as far as like your sign versus what kind of year you're going to have, go to GG3 Academy. I'll post one of his videos at some point. I did post I put him under numerology under the community tab. So if you go to numerology under the folder numerology, there's an actual, he does an hour-and-a-half class on like the full breakdown on numerology, like numbers, but he's doing it in a different way, not angel numbers. He's doing it in life path and such. And so if you're life path 5, then you're a traveler. If you're a life path 11, then you should be rolling in the cash, so to speak. Those sorts of things. So I'm a life path 5, but and I did travel. I've traveled a lot, but nonetheless. All right, so let's ground into releasing those things that are not keeping us in planetary alignment for ourselves this weekend. And so whatever that is for you that is not keeping you in alignment. Anybody who's an ox, if you're an ox, join my party on the 29th. We're going to have the most kick-ass year ever. I'm an ox. I'm a Cancer, right? And as a Cancer, Jupiter rolls into Cancer on June 9th. And it won't be in Cancer for years after that. So when your sign rolls into Jupiter and you're married with, this is my breakout year. basically, and it had to happen at some point. And you have 7.5 lifetimes of junk, not junk, but all lessons, right? And 4 of those years with like no physical human contact. One of them being a raging alcoholic, and whatnot. Yeah, and all poverty, extraordinary poverty in my universe. So yeah, all of that, there has to be a rebound at some point. The universe has to have the equal exchange. So if you're sitting in your universe and you're in the same boat, right? You may not know your past. If you've had a past life regression session, then you'll get whatever cycle you're on, generally speaking. But if you don't know, but if you're sitting in space there, at some point, keep in mind, guys, at some point, all of us are due a karmic rebound of some type. If you are doing the work, and I want you guys to realize this, because we don't, and we sit here and we bang our heads like what's going to happen. Where if you're doing the work, and the work is whatever for you, right? Moving yourself out of your darkness into your light. However you're doing that, eventually, keep this in mind, guys, you are owed a karmic return. Whatever that is for you, it's positive, right? If you are doing the positive work in your universe, the universe will, at some point, it has to rebound those energies back into your universe with positive. So if you're not seeing change on the outside, and I'm really not, but I'm with this whole alignment, I am sort of, but with this whole alignment deal that and balance, you will see change. I guarantee it. Something shifting big time in the collective. And if you're not feeling it, it's the shift will happen. All right. So let's take some deep breaths. We're going to, anything that is keeping us out of alignment, and I can't speak for yourself. Could it be shadow stuff? Is there things that you're doing at night? Are you still living in trauma responses? A lot of us will heal, right? So we heal our trauma, or our trauma will begin to heal, but we don't change how we are living. Keep that in mind. That's a real big deal. If we're looking to release trauma from our body, are we still at night living in trauma responses? Are we still smoking pot? Are we drinking? Are we doing things otherwise that we don't want to be doing because we're not in trauma anymore, but we're still living in trauma responses? Those trauma responses, all the things that we used to do down the line to soothe ourselves, to make ourselves feel better, to step away from the pain, what have you, those things have to get released at some point as well. And so we generally only work on releasing the inside stuff, right? I got to get rid of the trauma from my dad, trauma from my mom, what have you. But then do you get rid of the trauma reactions? Most of your trauma reactions you've been doing all your entire life. And so breaking those patterns as well, those physical patterns as well. I'm married to a Cancer. He is a rat, and I am a Taurus wood dragon. Oh, wow. Okay, so you're having a good year as a dragon. A year of creation, without question. This will be a year of creation as well. But snake year, if you're understanding of snakes, think of it this way. Vegas is a snake city. Miami, snake city. So these cities, these are the types of cities that Vegas, Miami, Dallas would be another one. These heavier but faster moving energetic cities. So if you can get into the heavier but faster moving energies, and that's what it's really kind of is with the year of the snake, then it's going to be an awesome year for you. For sure. If you're looking for that light butterfly energy, it's not going to happen. You got Trump in office now. You got a year of a snake. Put the two together and have a nice day. You got it. So if you can ground into that energy just even a little bit, and we're not talking pickup trucks and Dixie flags or anything, but you get the idea, right? If you can kind of ground into that kind of heavier energy, even in a little bit, you're gonna have a good year. But if you're looking for butterflies and butterflies and rainbows and that kind of in the energies of the planet, it's in the year of the snake, it's not going to happen. It's not. People are going to be making moves. It's going to be kind of slightly cutthroat and kind of higher speed than we're in the age of, it's not going to be like that. It's movement, swift movement. Shelly, you are a metal dog. So yeah, that's coming up next week. So the planetary alignment is just a beautiful thing to see right in front of the new year and all of the new that's coming in. And so let's see what's blocking us and what's not, what is keeping us from seeing our alignment. So take a deep breath in with me. As you breathe in, we're going to breathe in clarity, and we're going to breathe out blockage. whatever in your universe, energetically, physically, emotionally, is blocking you, breathe it out. If you want to do a sigh breath, that helps to release more cortisol from your body by you're releasing more cortisol through your breath. You're releasing more carbon dioxide. And that sigh is an emotional release for your body to kind of help ground you into a cleaner space. So if you're a rooster, you're going to have a neutral year. GG33 Academy, GG333 Academy is the guy to check out on that. He's brash. Again, like the year of the snake. He's going to be a bit brash. So if you can handle a bit brash, then he's good. But if you're not into the brash and, that kind of loudness, like the year of the snake's going to be, to an extent, then don't watch, because he could be offensive as well. It's just your proclivities and how you can, what you choose. All right. Let's go ahead and do something here real quick. All right, there we go. All right, guys. So from our end here, let's take a deep breath and see the clear path. So breathe in. Hold it for 4 seconds and breathe out. Are you cycling your breathing? That's the question. During the day. Breathe in. And breathe out. All right. We're going to do an incantation or an invocation here, so bear with me. All right. Archangel Raphael here. Jumped right in. Are you finding yourself in alignment with the planetary alignment? We are asking you to find the alignment within yourself, to see what is out of alignment, to see where in your universe you need to align. Join with Archangel Raphael as we invocate, send energies to the grand planetary alignment that is taking place on your planet tomorrow in your universe. Will you allow it to align your universe? Or will you fight the alignment that is in your field? Join with Archangel Raphael. I bring forth all the energies of alignment, of possibility in my universe. I see the alignment and allow in my universe for the flow. I release any energies that are bringing me out of alignment, that stop my flow and do not allow me to move my universe forward. Only you know those energies. I see the clear path, and I allow my highest self to guide me on that clear path. I allow for the healing on that path and step forward in the violet flame and the flame of mine, Archangel Raphael, in healing. And I see my universe aligned, working for me, for my highest. Are you seeing that for yourself? Archangel Raphael wants to know. Thank you. Ooh. All right. There you go. So there was a planetary alignment energetic invocation from Archangel Raphael. I was not expecting that. He just dropped right in. So when I'm sitting here in the show, I'm an open channel, right? So anything could possibly happen. And if I'm going to do I'm open to any specific entity, energy, what have you, dropping in. So in that case, Archangel Raphael, seeing us, giving us energy there for the grand planetary alignment that is taking place in our universe tomorrow. So, and of course, and continuing here and there. All right. So let's go ahead and work with the cards. And today's cards are, again, this is going to be backwards and upside down. If you know why I'm upside down, or why it's backwards there, can you please email me, Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. just using the cell phone there. But this is the hero's journey. Artwork by Rasuli, whomever Rasuli is. And let's see what we get. Intentions are to pick up a couple more Oracle decks in the not too distant future, since they're usually just about 15 to 20 bucks. Unless you get them at our store. We have an Oracle deck for the Witch's Tarot, right? It's just a regular tarot. Witch's Tarot in our store. It's 48 bucks. Yeah, with the ISBN number or price, the price on the back is only 24. So but it's 48 on our store. So yes, Chloe's crystals tomorrow. That's why we never even bothered with the coupon code on my store. Once we figured out Chloe had crystals, even with a coupon code from where I work, which will give no name to the store, but where I work is going to be way more expensive than Chloe's crystals tomorrow in the AM. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. It is posted on the channel, and I'll post up the rest of the week, next week, for Good Dawning and whatnot today as well. And Laura B will be back Tuesday, regular time, Tuesday at 7 p.m. to see what's up with your universe. All right, so let's grab the bottom card as what universe is looking for us to energetically for the weekend, in this case, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Whatever your goals are, of course, as well for the weekend, make sure you're working on your 2025 goals. Today, we'll finish off the first goal, or at least put a check mark by it, right? Ocean of Emotion is the first card there, and it's backwards, of course. But find a safe place to express your true feeling. If you don't have a safe place, go outside, scream, get in the car, and go for a drive is always a good thing. If you want to, you can send me an email. We can set up a Zoom if need be to release your emotions as well. I understand sometimes just having somebody to hammer it out with, even for 10 minutes, is the only thing you need, is just for somebody to hear it. And if you don't have that in your universe, and I didn't for many years, nobody to release my emotions to except my wall. Email me, Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com, and I will help you. All right, X marks the spot. So there you go. I love the artwork though. So you can always, if nothing else, mind the upside down or the backwards writing there, ground into the picture of the card, which is really awesome. The artwork on these cards are amazing. All right, so X marks the spot. See the love in disguise. Are you guys seeing the love in your universe? It took me a while to even see all of this as the love in my universe. I mean, a really long way. Just got a notification. Olivia Newton-John's YouTube channel just dropped a video for her song, A Little More Love. There you go. I love it. I love it, Millie. That's fire there. Now I got the song stuck in my head. A little more love and your happy ending. A little more love and you. Clear audience. The moment I hear somebody suggest the song, the whole song plays in my head. And then until either my universe, I'm like doing something else, but as long as I sit here, most of the show now, Olivia Newton-John will be playing in my head, which is not bad. It's what clear audience does. A splendid torch. All right. So, blaze brightly. We're not talking about blazing a weed. We're talking about blazing yourself. You are the splendid torch. So, light up. Light yourself. Allow yourself to glow. We're not talking about blazing weed. All right. And finally, there is no place like home. So, click your heels, right? There's no place like home. Nestle into the sweetness. And with this weekend, you may find yourself being a bit more homebody, trying to work into the alignment of the planetary alignment, right? So you may see that as well. But there's no place like home. I love these pictures. So see what you see in that for yourself. So if we ground this all together, put this into some sort of puzzle, right? Finding a safe place to express your emotions. So first off, clear what you need to this weekend is really the big thing. It's asking you, find a place to express that clear, because the planetary alignment is going to shake out what it needs to in your universe if you allow for it to step you into more alignment in your current universe. If you don't allow for it and you really push back, you can, but then you're going to be really you feel out of alignment now. If you don't take these energies, allow these energies to push you wherever it needs to for your highest growth, then by come Tuesday, you're going to be out of space, beyond all belief. X marks the spot. So what's X in your universe? See the love in disguise. It took me a good while to see all of this as the love in disguise in my universe and in all of ours. What are you seeing in your universe where you're not seeing the love that may actually be there? What are you seeing maybe as dark that's actually light? A splendid torch. All right, we're not talking about a British flashlight either. So a splendid torch. So, or we're not talking about a Deb torch either, right? Blaze brightly and do not blaze. Well, you can blaze if you choose. That's up to you. But, blaze brightly. So it's asking to shine your light. Realize that you are the light and see how bright you can actually shine. Allow yourself to finally step into that alignment that you've been pushing yourself out of. That's what the grand planetary alignment in my home. Everyone has their own real deal on what it's going to do or what it could be or this, that. But for me, it's about and as I've been seeing in our universe, really in the family's universe here, it's about finally starting to step into that authentic alignment for ourselves, stepping out of the fears, the traumas, and whatnot, by grounding into what? Peace, which we will discuss more of. Because that's where it's at. And I will like 2 turntables and a microphone. All right, there you go. There's no place like home. So if home being inside yourself as well, there's multiple homes in this planet, right? There's the home in my walls, right? That's a home. But then this is a home, right? Because this is the home of my soul. My soul has to live somewhere, right? So my soul is inside my body. That's home too. So if you can see that, nestle into the sweetness. So allow things to flow into you this weekend. See yourself in that higher light. Peace. I've been grounding into peace. Are you finding peace in your universe? Because I was not. Even through this is doing all of this YouTube and such doesn't always bring. Sometimes things are still there, and so finding that things are still, because you're like an onion, right? So you get to this layer, you peel it away, and you feel great, but then right behind it, there's something else that needs to. And the next layer down is a whole nother hidden trauma, right? And then you peel that trauma away and you feel great. And you peel like an onion, right? You peel the next layer and there's a whole nother hidden trauma. So and whether you are healed, keep this in mind. This destination, all of this never equals healed. You're never totally healed. What you are is finding more light on the daily. There is no healed. You're never going to be perfect. You're on planet Earth. So you're always carrying a resident trauma of some fashion. The question is, can you walk into the healing of that, or are you and allow for yourself to be healed? And this is where I'm at, and accept it and carry it. Or are you always looking for that next trauma? For myself, and this is what I've learned over the past few days, and it's a real big deal in my universe. A lot of us are sitting around, so we don't have any money, and we look for abundance through praying to get out of lack, or we don't have love, so we ask the universe to bring us more love, or we don't. Maybe some of us, I could use a new job, right? So instead of, I'm just grounding on my old job and lack of money and this and that. So a lot of us are looking for change in our universe. We're looking for things in our universe, right? And it's like my short yesterday. But we ask our universe to help fix those things that need fixing in our universe. I could use more money. While we sit here in an anxiety or a high state or a not feeling good inside ourselves state, we're asking to fix it by fixing the outside. I'll feel better. I'm in lack. So I'm not, but we're just using this as an example. I need more money. I'm in lack. So I'm going to ask the universe to bring me more money. But meanwhile, I'm going to sit here in this lack state and feel the lack vibration, hoping that the universe brings me more money while I'm asking them to fix it by bringing me more money. That's not going to work. It may bring you more money, but you haven't fixed the inside. And it may not, because if you're coming from lack, then you're grounding into lack. But if you're asking for peace in your universe, what I've done is I've flipped a script, right? So from my end, I stopped asking for more money. I stopped asking for anything other than peace in my universe. And you know what? It's worked. Lori Ladd did a video the other day. Her last Untangled was about really deconstructed her channel. It was about finding, just turning it all over to God, letting go and just surrendering straight up to God and giving it away, your highest self. Oh wow, thank you, Millie. I appreciate that. I'll grab that. I'm going to pin that on the top there. So if you want to watch GG33, he's really brash. A lot of you guys may even feel offended, and I respect that highly. Yeah, and you'll understand why. It's just think of like a Dodge pickup truck driving around really loud. Yeah, big dually tires, the whole nine yards, right? You get the idea. Energy, it's all we're saying. But at the same time, the man is spot on. Charges $1,000 for a personal reading for a reason, because he knows what he's got the numbers down. And so I highly recommend, especially before we shift into the Chinese New Year, that you check out his channel. It'll make a humongous difference in your universe. I guarantee it. But for peace, ever since I started asking for peace in my universe, I have found peace in my universe. Ever since I have let go of I need more money, or I need this, or this will help, or I don't have enough food, so God help me with food, whatever it is, and I've just asked for peace. I've given it to my highest self, by God, source, me, whatever it is, however you want to choose to do it, doesn't matter. My higher self, God, same difference, right? Take it away. I don't need it anymore. Thank you for the peace. And you know what? It's there. I give you no lie. Exactly. If you 11, there you go. There's your message there. 1111. So it's 1111, and I'm telling you, I'm making change by grounding in the peace. If you've noticed, my demeanor's changed. I'm slower. I'm more solid. I see myself differently. Ask your universe for peace. Watch what? Lucky Stone. Good dawning. Ask your universe to ground you in peace. Ask your universe for more peace. I surrendered. And then again, this is part of the planetary alignment. A lot of channels will tell you this is a good time to surrender to your higher self for the alignment, right? Sometimes we need brass to allow things to shove in your face and make you truly know. Okay, interesting. Thank you, Yolanda. So when I get up in the dawning now, instead of, I just thank the universe for the peace, and it's there. What I've also been doing for myself, and whatever might work for you, I've been cycling my breathing. Thank you. Peace. Grateful. I've not been automatically breathing. I've been staying more present by living in my cycled breathing, and by doing so, I have seen some massive changes in my universe. And guys, I love you all. And instead of asking, try it. I'm going to ask you guys to try something. I'm going to ask all of you out there in YouTube land to try something. Instead of sitting in your universe, asking for this, that, I need a new job. Universe, I need a new job. First off, you're grounding in the lack of having a job. Hang on a second. Saint Germain, we are here. We want to channel this for you to make it a little more clear. We are grateful. We are Saint Germain channeling through Josh for you, to you today. We no longer carry Archangel Raphael. As you saw, he channels on his own. And he came through. He doesn't even need me as Ed Sullivan, so to speak, to run the show, right? We are grateful. If you are sitting in your universe, listen to Saint Germain for a moment if you have a moment to listen. If you are sitting in your universe and you are looking for change in your universe, do not ground into what is broken. Do not sit there and go, I am alone, so thank you for sending me people. I have no money, right? Thank you for bringing money to my universe. First off, there's probably anxieties and whatnot that you are having because you are in lack, right? You are living from the lack energy, right? You are living from, I have nobody in my universe, so you are living in the high cortisol state. You are not getting the hugs, right? If you release all of that, instead of seeing it as I don't have it, right? Instead, just saying, just bring me peace for my current universe, peace in where I am at, peace to my situation, peace to my soul, right? Which is what it really boils down to. It's not so if you have no little money, you understand that, you probably know how to live through that. It's the unpeacefulness of it that is really probably bothering you the most. If you are needing a hug and you have nobody to hug, it is the fact that you have nobody to hug, the high cortisol in your universe that is really bugging you, right? You are not in peace because you have no space to hug anybody. You are again out of peace. If you are under looking for work, right, and you are needing funds and you are looking for work and you are not in peace because your universe is not centered up and you have no job and what's not. So these are the things. So you are looking to find the peace in your universe. And generally speaking, Chloe, good dawning. Chloe's crystals tomorrow at 10:33. Just like you would normally see for the good dawning, right? 9:33, 10:33. Good dawning, 10:30, right? Crystals with Chloe. You will buy your crystals at a great price. She is amazing, right? But nonetheless, if you are in your universe, right, and you are sitting out there in your universe looking for more money, right? You need a better job, right? Say you need a job. You are in lack. You are sitting there telling your universe, I'm in lack. I need a new job, right? So there you go. But if you are like, bring me the peace instead of all of this, put me at peace. Whether you have the new job or not, you are going to be at peace. Your universe will match you if you ask for peace, right? If you are asking for abundance, then you are saying you're out of abundance. But if you are asking to find more peace in your universe and releasing all this, saying, I surrender, I give it away, I do not I have no funds, or I'm looking for funds in my universe, I need a new job. We'll ground into that, right? I surrender that to my highest self. Bring me the peace in that surrender. Watch what happens in your universe. You will not be sitting in a cortisol state, right? Sitting there looking for work, frustrated that you don't have work. You are surrendering that to your highest self. And if you are surrendering an energetic that is bringing you down on this planet, or leaving you in lack, or leaving you in heaviness, and you surrender that energy, whoa. Ooh, that is interesting. Chloe, thank you. You have not gotten a notification at all week for good dawning. Well, that is quite interesting. We will check on that and see if Josh is getting, because he subscribes to himself, right? So if he is getting the notifications as well. But nonetheless, we apologize. If you're not getting a notification, then that is YouTube doing what YouTube doesn't like to do, right? Shadow ban then, right? He could be shadow banned, but we would hope not. But nonetheless, we are sorry that you are not getting one. But yeah, see in the chat there. Thank you, Chloe. We are grateful. And Josh can reach out to YouTube. There is an email that you can use to go to YouTube and reach out, but if they respond, but nonetheless. I am not getting notifications either. Ooh, not me. No, not me receiving notifications. Oh, we are going to have to look into that then. Why are we not receiving notifications for the channel? That is a good question. We will check onto that and see if there's maybe a setting that we need to set. But okay, so we will check. Why are you not receiving notifications? So we apologize, but that should make a big difference, right? So we will check on that. Thank you for letting Josh know, right? Saint Germain here will remind Josh to check the notifications when we are grounded and have time to do so. But nonetheless, for you are using the notifications in your universe that it's time to release, to surrender yourself. If you are asking for peace in your universe instead of, I need more money, my car, whatever it is, you will get all of it. Saint Germain wants you to understand that if you are asking for peace first, right, by asking for peace, you open up the energies to make the changes a lot easier. You allow for the changes to come into your universe, and you allow for your universe to change energetically inside yourself. By asking for peace, you release the fear of whatever it is in your universe, not having money or a job or car issues or whatever it is for you. Housing issues favor, right? But nonetheless, are you seeing that? Are you able to understand that releasing these things, sending them to the grand source field, letting yourself go and asking for the peace to come in will change your universe. We will fill you with the peace that you have been looking for. You will surrender. When you are asking for peace, you are surrendering what is not in your universe. You are no longer in lack because you are accepting where you are. I surrender. I give up. I allow for where I am in my universe. We will check to make sure we are giving you a notification. There could be a setting that was changed, but we will check. But nonetheless, from your universe, then, can you sit down in your space? Can you sit down into your universe, right? And see for yourself what you can surrender. I'll just surrender it all. I give up. I release to my highest self. Repeat after me. If you're ready to surrender, I release to my highest self. I give up. I am not going to try anymore, right? Not in that aspect. Not from lack. I'm going to give it to my highest self and allow it to flow in instead. I'm going to allow the energies to direct me, and I'm not going to sit here in ego lack and in fear and in lower emotional states anymore, right? In lower vibrational states. I'm going to give it up and ask for the peace for what isn't at the moment to come in. And you know what happens? We grace it to you. Kuan Yin, right? She will give you the grace you are looking for. Saint Germain will give you the peace you are looking for. We will remove that from you. Your higher self will take it from you. If you allow for it to happen, the thing is you do not allow for it. You sit there and go, you nitpick your universe, right? So you need a new job. That's one lane, right? You need money. That's another lane. Maybe a housing issue. That's another lane. So you are working in 3 lanes, right? And you are going, I need help with this because I am in lack, right? And this, I need money, right? And so you are pulling your energies apart, grounding from the fact that you don't have, and you are now in higher cortisol because you are, I don't have these, and you are bringing what you don't have into your frame. And if you keep telling yourself what you don't have, you are just reaffirming what you don't have in your living universe. So if you're wanting something more, release it. Don't worry about not having it. Screw it. Ask just for general peace in your universe and watch what happens to you in your living universe. If you want to find the calm, to create the change in your universe, you can ask Josh. Ask for peace in your living universe. Release it all and say, I give up. I surrender to the peace. That's the only thing I want at this point. Once you find the peace in your universe, it will come if you allow for it. You have to allow for it, though. You can push the peace out. You can sit there, but I don't have this. You aren't meant to have what you don't have right now. So whatever you are looking for, whatever is lacking in your universe is meant to be of lack at this moment. Maybe until you find the peace in your universe. But you aren't going to find the peace in your universe, grounding into what you don't have, trying to ground into the lack, looking through the lack to find yourself, right? Ooh, if I get a job, I will be balanced. There we go. You are already balanced. Ask for the peace and watch what happens. It won't matter if you have a job or not. You are going to find the peace in your universe. A lot of you will spend time meditating. Oh, I don't have this job. I'm going to go meditate. We are telling you to meditate. But we are also telling you to do is ask for grace. Ask for peace in your universe and let it go. Watch what happens. We are not kidding on this. We're going to release the transmission here in a moment. But from your universe, use Josh as an example. Ask for peace and see what happens. Are you happy now? Are you living? Is your universe functioning for you? If you're finding your universe is not functioning for you in the best manner for yourself, what do you think asking for peace might do for your universe? That's the question Saint Germain is asking of you today. If you are to surrender, ask for peace, and allow for your universe to bring in all awesomeness, right? To align, like the planetary alignment. I'm going to align with the peace in my universe and see what happens. Instead of sitting there in the lack, in the frustration, or in the what I don't have, or what I need, or what have you. Are you understanding? When you are in a state of peace, then you are not in high cortisol, right? You are in peace. When you are in state of peace, then you are at breath and rest, right? When you are at a state of peace, you are clear of mind. at that point. You are clear of soul, and you are not sitting in the energetics that are fluctuating within you because of lack, or because you are in need, or because you are in fear. If you are in peace, then you are having the clarity in your universe to create your universe. And that is the idea. Releasing transmission. All right. I can only tell you for myself that releasing all that and not nitpicking my universe into I need a new job, or I need this, or, ooh, I could use that, or by just releasing it all. All right, screw it. Just bring me peace. The rest of it will come in time. I'm good. I'm good. Mm-hmm. Can you do the same? Thank you for the peace. Thank you for the grace. Let Kuan Yin come in and do her thing. And you know what happens? It works. I feel good. I feel grounded. I feel stronger. I can see clearer. I'm not sitting in the individual things that are not correct in my universe. I'm not sitting in each of those tentacles that are hanging out in my universe. I'm sitting in myself as strong source love. I'm sitting in myself as the love that I am, and I'm in space and in frame. And I have trust. This is also brought in trust. The grace that came over me when I asked originally for peace is nothing like I've ever felt in my universe. Nothing at all. And yeah, I'll leave it alone, guys. But I just gave up. Sometimes you just got to surrender at a different level, and watch what happens. I'm not kidding on that one. I mean, I am truly. And you know what? It just keeps coming. The piece is just there. There are things that I am doing, and I will tell you what I am doing to help maintain that. Being grateful. Thank you for the peace. And juice, good dawning. I am asking my universe to continue my gratefulness. I'm asking for the peace to continue, and I'm staying grounded in that peace. I am expecting that peace now. Once you reach into your universe will give you what you expect. So once you find that you can generate peace in your universe, grateful. Thank you. I expect that. I'm standing in that. That is now my frame. And I do that a lot. Why? To bring in the peace, because it's there. I don't get it. It's not for me. None of these things are really for me to get. I'm just grateful. You want to watch last week's Lori Ladd, her Untangled? It's the same deal. And this, I guarantee you, I was meant to see that just to see that. We fight ourselves. We fight this spinning battle all the time where we're not getting anywhere, where we're looking for, and we're crying into the lack, and we're crying into the pain, but it just keeps spinning till we put it to the left and just ask our highest self, source, my higher self, God, to remove it, for the grace, so that I can move forward. Exactly, Suzette. Stop fighting ourselves. Just like, take it. I'm done. I give up. Mercy. Just. Mercy. I asked for mercy and I got it. Grateful. Because now I can sit like this in total silence. This isn't spinning anymore. When you when you get the grace and the peace, the mind stops. I'm not telling you anything that's not the case, but my mind, it stopped. I'm just grounded in my breath. What used to bring me anxiety, if I sit in my breath, is gone. So whatever in your universe, or whatever you're fighting, guys, whatever is dervishing in your field, no, I actually didn't do Adam's healing. I kind of missed. I was at work and stuff. I missed a video, and just haven't watched the replay. I grounded into this Lori Ladd's last video, She's in Africa and going to write this book and all that, and she can't because the book doesn't apply anymore. She was one who pointed me. Well, God, source pointed me to the video when I usually watch Lori Ladd's Untangled's, anyways. A lot of what Lori Ladd's wake up is a lot like mine in a lot of ways. Very mirrored. And so she's going to write this book, but she started having all these anxieties, and something washed over her, and she just let go and gave it, not the individual anxieties or anything else. She just asked for peace and gave it away. And it was granted. And as I ground into that more and more, I see a whole different universe. And so if you can ground into peace, just ask your unit, let the rest of it will take care of itself if you can find peace in your universe. A lot of us are looking for our universe to be, I had a mantra. My mantra was, my universe is resolved. But I couldn't find the peace because I'm looking for a resolved universe, right? So if I'm looking for something to be resolved, then I'm stating that it's not a peaceful it's not a complete situation, and I'm not at peace. And so I created less peace. Once I dived all that, killed it all, and said, look, my new mantra is I'm just grateful for the peace. Whatever your mantra is, try saying that over the weekend. Thank you for the peace. Grateful for the peace. More peace, please. Watch what happens. The more you find that you're in peace, the more things quiet down in your field, the more you can see clearly, the more you have space to create, and the more you can see what's really important. We're not driving into energies of stuck or what have you. We're driving into what's actually working in our universe. So the more you guys can see the fight, the more you guys can release it, the more it is, we're not breaking it down into I need X, Y, and Z. I just want peace. Well, guess what? X, Y, and Z includes peace. So trust it in that manner. Watch what happens. Breathe with me. This is the kind of peace I'm feeling. That kind of peace. I flabbergasted is the word that comes to mind, because this is all I've ever really been looking for in my universe, to an extent, is shutting it down, finding the peace, quieting the mind, and it's happened. When you get up in your dawning, or when you're out there in your universe, surrender it. All right, God, source, my higher self, I don't want it anymore. I give it to you. I am done. I'm not finding peace in my universe, and this isn't working. I give it to you. Please take it. Thank you. You can do that. Yeah, I'll look into why I'm not getting any notifications. Let's work with, real quick, we're going to clear off with, we're going to do quick with the fluorite here. So sorry, guys, but if this was kind of an interesting or slower show, but I'm a slower guy now, but nonetheless, things are going to shift on the channel. Nothing bad, of course, but we're going to ground into more peace. And really, I have found, this is like keys through it's like the key to the king. This is truly feels like the key to the kingdom, guys. I'm being as honest as I can. There's no anxiety, there's no speediness. I'm just like this and lump of I don't know anything. Just grateful. If you find yourself out of balance in your universe, you want to get grounded real quick, repeat after me. I don't know anything. I'm just grateful. Whatever's going on, it'll immediately. That's like the most immediate centering thing you can say to yourself, is you're just pulling right into gratitude. You don't know anything. I don't know anything. I'm just grateful. That's my other mantra. Grateful for the peace, and I don't know anything. I'm just grateful. Let's work. Let us work with the fluorite. We could be careful how we hold that, right? And your energetics, if you're here, that's your energetics for being here. We're going to do this really fast because I do have to hidey-ho my tail to the crystal shop. So, all right. But yeah, as I ground into these new peaceful energies, things are going to shift in myself. Things will shift on the channel, not in a negative way, but it's not as speedy. It's not speedy good dawning anymore, right? Because I'm not speedy anymore. it's amazing. The peace has imbued every bit of who I am, and the peace is all inside me and all encompassing. And there isn't even usually whatever I'm doing used to do. There'd be that fear that it would disappear, right? But the peace is not going to disappear. And of course, we're using this to balance out our root and sacral chakras today. And thank you, Seeker of Truth. I appreciate you guys. I really do. I sit here, I have no script. I don't know. I have trust. And a lot of the peace that I'm in my universe is grounded in from the trust that I have from sitting in this chair every 5 days a week, an hour a day, with no script, with nothing. Just me getting out of the shower, essentially. The only script is me meditating in the shower for a minute about what Saint Germain and Archangel Raphael might want to drop in, but really. All right, so don't forget Chloe tomorrow in the Dawning, guys. I will make sure and see why I'm not giving out notifications. Who knows? That's the constant with YouTube. I'm not going to create anything here, but there's generally, it's just, right. But remember back in the day when you tried to download a song from Napster and it would take 10 hours and it would fail. And so all these things work now. It's just little quirks, right? Or the first time you tried to YouTube, go watch YouTube and it was like, what is this? And then the video buffered for 8 hours, which it used to. All right, guys. So hopefully this helps to balance out your sacral and root chakras here as the crowd starts to diminish. All right, guys. I love you. We're going to close this out for the weekend. And of course, remember, guys, you create your weekend, right? So we have Saturdays, so we'll ground some energies on Saturday with Chloe's crystals. But you create your weekend, right? So do you want it to be a week ending to your weekend, to your week, or do you want your weekend to be awesome, right? Week end. Doesn't have to be weak, right? It can be amazing. Ground into peace, guys. Let's do a quick closing here with group hug. And but yeah, there's gonna be I don't know, there's gonna be some changes, but positive ones. Because I'm no longer in a high cortisol state, right? Grateful. I don't know what happened. But I wouldn't trade this piece for anything, not in a million years. If somebody offered me $1 million for the piece, like I'll ground you in it, I'll give you $1 million, but you have to remove the piece. Now, this is all I've ever really been looking for, guys. Is this peace? Grateful. Find the peace in yourself. Ask for it. All you got to do is release to the peace, surrender to the peace, and watch what happens. All right, guys. Take a deep breath with me. Breathe in. As we breathe in, we're going to breathe in love and peace. As we breathe out, we throw out all the heavy energy. So breathe in, whatever heavy energies you got. Breathe out. I love doing that sigh breath because you feel so much better. Not just add that sound effect to it. Watch what happens. I mean, obviously, if you're in mixed company, if you're at work, like Chris, the volunteer, who we haven't seen in a minute, hopefully he's doing all right. If we don't see him Saturday, I will drop him an email here. But hopefully he's doing all right. Chris, the volunteer, if you catch this there, we haven't seen you in a minute, so hopefully you're doing all right there, brother. All right, breathe in. All right, and lean forward. What we do is a group hug here. So if you're new, of course, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I never ask. And we are open for business. So if you want a one-on-one session with myself, Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, or White Buffalo Calf Woman, and not in that specific order, please email me at Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. All right, lean forward, guys. Group hug. Energetics works throughout the internet. If you watch Michael from Healing and Beyond, or if you watch Spirit Pond as well, who kind of looks like Michael, but a little thinner. If you watch either of those guys, they're Ricky online. Or if you set up an appointment with Laura B at letspiritguide.com and have a direct Reiki session with Laura through Zoom, you know what? It's the same difference as if you were sitting there. So lean forward, guys. Big hug. Same energetics as if we were group hugging. So arm on each other's shoulders here. All right. We hold each other in love. We see this group in love, in peace, and healed. We see each other releasing into peace And we see the peace washing over Mr. Floyd's universe and all of those who have watched this channel. We see the peace in everybody else's universe and allow for them to be where they're at. We are the example of the peace and love in the universe, in the greater source field. We hug each other in that peace and in that love. We see the world in its highest loving light. We see all wars ended and all weapons placed down. We see all those in prisoners in their universe or in a cage placed in there for thought crimes, for love crimes, for helping others, for doing good in this universe. We see them free. We see those who are fighting for justice. We give them energy. We see those who are fighting for love. We give them love. We see those who are in need of hugs. We are sending this universal hug to them. We see those out there in food scarcity with food and those who have no walls to knock on, walled in shelter and peace. We see everyone out there healed. We send energy to Rick for the highest healing. We send energy to Lindsay. We see Lindsay stepping out of the car for the first time and hugging her children in years. We see Chloe at her website, banging away at chloescrystals.com, fulfilling hundreds of orders. We see Suzette's mother not turning off the heat at night. And if you send us a picture, Suzette, of your box, you may end up with a metal lockbox for your thermostat. Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com, Suzette. We see everybody's universe at peace. We see those who are in strife at peace, those who are in lack at peace with their current situation to make a change. We see all of us finding our highest joy, our highest calling, and our highest love at peace. Lean in and give ourselves the biggest hug ever. May your weekend be as amazing as you are. May everything you do bring you peace, love, and joy. For your highest abundance and for our highest joy, we say, so it be. Hallelujah. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I can't, that's amazing. I don't know. I'm grateful. All right, guys. Love you guys. Chloe, we will see you tomorrow. I cannot wait. I will double check the tracking number as well, Chloe. Keep this in mind if you buy crystals from Chloe. It is through the mail. Chloe is amazing. She sends you an amazing documentation. She is spot on. Her address was correct. So the fact that I did not receive Chloe's crystals is not Chloe's fault. It's actually probably mine energetically, but that's a whole nother story. But the post office has the correct address, but yet returned them to Chloe. So keep that in mind. It is not her fault. I love you, Chloe, and I'm grateful they will get back here. And I am grateful you. One of these days we will have the blue tiger's eye, and we will work with it. But do keep that in mind that Chloe is not in control of shipping. So it's not as if you are buying it directly from a store. So in this case, I am at the mercy of the United States Postal Service. But I'll double check the tracking number, see if it didn't. If it's in Longmont or if it's showing that it's on its way back to you, even though she had the address correct. Ain't that crazy? But you know what? It's all a lesson. If you just let go and find the peace in it, right? It was another lesson to find what? Peace. Because I could be all staticky about it, but I choose not to. Can you find the peace in what you choose in your universe? I love you all. Stay awesome. Remember, everything you guys do creates your loving, living universe. If you are in your darkness, as we release into the peace, we release the darkness, all the cortisol leaves, all the cells spread open, and it makes our lives easier to create. All right, guys, stay awesome. I'm going to take Kuan Yin with me to work and then do ISIS, and that takes about 10 minutes. All right, stay awesome, stay beautiful, and remember all, everything you do creates your universe. We'll see you all in the next. Thank you. And while you're out there today, ask for peace. Don't ask for more money or I need more money as Bill. Ask for the peace. Yeah, the bill's going to sit there. If you ask for more money, the money's not going to show up immediately. If you ask for peace, you know what? The money may actually show up because you're asking for peace. And the peace will come over you, and then there'll be peace when the bill is paid, right? See it that way. Shift. The shift is amazing, guys. I wish I could. Yeah, thank you. I love you all. Stay awesome. I'll see you all in the next.